Okay, I did have a leak on the bathroom tap. It has been replaced, but it's been nagging me because the water kind of ran from up here down the hoses, along this waste pipe and hoses went down through this hole here and went somewhere underneath there. Now I know there's no wood apart from this wood in the structure of the vehicle, but I'm still a little bit concerned. So I'm just going to whip out this panel. As far as I can tell, I'm hoping it's just going to be got some fixings here around the perimeter, and then there's a little hidden screw there and a hidden screw just there. Oh, and there's one there. I'm hoping I can just slip this out. Actually, that's not going to slip out as we're talking because that's going to be in the way. I have to just undo these two here. I know there's a hose connected. I'll see. I don't particularly want to start removing all this because it's going to be an absolute pain. But I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, well, I undid all the screws here around there. Tried to pull this out. Wasn't happening. So I'm going to take this section out with the shelf and this here. Same scenario, lots of these little screws, but I did have to use this little device in the corner to get that last screw out. And to get all these screws out, you need a long screwdriver bit because of the angle of it, or a manual screwdriver. But this little contraption I've used quite a few times, dead handy. It's only about 10 quid. It's like a right angled drill. I managed to get right in the corner there. So I'll see if I can get this unit out. If this isn't coming out, I'm probably going to give up because I don't want to start messing around with the seal there, taking all that off. It's just getting too much. Okay, didn't really want to start doing this, but I couldn't get this out because I suspected there was dowels in. So what I had to do is I got 3 screws in the back of there I had to undo. There's another screw there, there's one screw there, one screw there, one screw there. Now don't do as what I did. I didn't realize there's 2 screws from the inside here, one there and one there. So as I've kind of nudged it up, it pulled out. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, I would have rather not have done that, rather not had to do all this. But I'm intrigued if I've done any damage underneath this floor. Okay, this is becoming more and more of a pain. I'm undoing stuff, but this is still attached now. There's a couple of fixings inside there. Then I took to pull this out, and then I looked down there and I went, of course, what's down there? The toilet. Okay, right. Let's go and have a look around the other side. So I look around the other side. This is like underneath, which I'm going to take out because it's like one screw, another one there. But see where the water pipe is? There. That kind of drops onto the wheel arch. So I'm presuming any water that drops down is probably going to drop down onto that wheel arch liner and then just go down to the floor. So I don't think there was any need to try and rip that out. The water had a passage to go. So I'm just going to whip these 2 screws out just to have a little inspect underneath, and then rebuild everything. Nothing like a wasted job, but hey. I admit defeat. I could get it out. I don't want to do any more damage. I don't want to do any more work. But I've managed to undo this unit here. But it appears to be like it's all loose, but there appears to be must be a pin through that unit into this shelf. But anyway, once that's removed, this bottom shelf is moving, but I need to get this unit out to be able to get this bottom unit out. The screws around the other side didn't help. It didn't give me any access, so I'm going with my gut instinct that the water will drop out onto this floor and then it's made its way onto the wheel arch liner and away. It's my gut instinct. I hope it's right. There hasn't been any water on the floor as such. I haven't got a wooden floor, so yeah. But if you're attempting to do this, be prepared. There's a lot of screws, and you will need to take this unit out here, which is fine. It's not sealed in as such. It's just that the seal sits on next to there. There's obviously some more screws inside there. I'll show you on the other side as well. And then you got some more screws here. Undo these cable holders. There's another screw up there, and that should just pop out, unscrew where the toilet fixes onto. Unless you really have to, I wouldn't bother. Like I say, I'm pretty sure the water's dropped down. Hear that cold feed there onto the wheel arch liner, and it will have just made its way onto the floor. Okay, at the time of my leak, it was absolutely chucking it down all weekend, so I didn't notice, I didn't look, so that's where I'm up to.